The following is intended for mature audiences only. Discretion is advised.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of We're Done Here podcast. I'm your host, Meka Mo. And you know what? I met someone today. Actually, I met a few people, and they talk about how they're listening to this podcast. So I'm like, thank you guys for listening. You know, today we're here with a wonderful guest. Give it up for Brittany Brave.
Hi. Oh my God. Hi.
Miss Brave. So I met you in the pandemic. And like, I don't know, you're just running around and like, you were like.
That's usually, I'd be running around.
Brittany Brave is, you say you're 5 feet, but.
4'11" on a good day.
Okay, but like, just a powerhouse, if you will, like was totally running around doing, I don't know how many shows. So love that about you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell our guests a little bit about yourself. How'd you get into comedy?
Oh my goodness. How did I get into comedy? So, I mean, I feel like all of us, I don't know if you feel this way about your relationship with comedy, but I feel like I have always been a comedian, even necessarily before I started like doing it.
You've always been funny.
Yeah, like I'm an only child. I was always a weirdo growing up, talking to myself, imaginary friends.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the same
Still
origin.
have some of those, but now they're demons, I'm pretty sure.
Still same origin story.
Yeah, exactly, right? And always like throwing shows for my parents, doing weird characters and stuff. And then I did like improv and sketch and theater throughout middle school and high school and college. The funny thing is I swore I'd never do stand-up.
Oh, you did?
I loved it. I loved Joan Rivers. I loved Chris Rock. I loved watching specials.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I don't know if it's for me. I think I'm an actor. I'm an improviser or whatever. And then trauma is what led me to start stand-up.
Oh, that's perfect for this podcast. But before we go into that,
yes.
I would like, where are you from? Tell our guests where you're from.
I was born in New Jersey.
Oh my God, you do have in New Jersey energy.
Yeah, I do. Well, I mean, look at the jacket.
It was very East Coast energy. So when you said, because you said you're from Miami, but I was like, how did that? Yeah, I won't interrupt you.
Big East Coast brat energy. Mm-hmm. Born in Jersey, but raised in Miami. But like I would spend like all the summers and holidays and shit with my Italian family in Jersey.
Okay.
So definitely, but I'm probably just like from Miami though, because I feel like wherever you spend your formative years.
East Coast people do move to Miami, so there is that.
Yeah, that relationship is like undeniable between New York and Miami. Yeah. But probably Miami because that's where all the big memories happen, and that's where I grew up and all that shit. So Miami.
And how long have you been doing comedy?
I have been doing it stand up for 5 years. Yeah, because 2020.
Oh yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
You weren't doing it for 5 years at that point? You just started?
I guess 2019.
Yes, before the pandemic.
Yeah, and like even in 2018, I think I had hit a mic or two, but I was still kind of convinced that I was an improv girl.
Got it. Oh my God, I can't believe you said that.
Mm-hmm. And then something clicked in like 2019, and then that's when. Also, I feel like I didn't figure out that if I wanted to get good at stand-up, I was going to have to do it all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
and because I don't understand anybody who's like, I do stand-up kind of as a hobby. I'm like, it's too hard.
Why would you do that as a hobby? That sounds like the worst thing you could ever do.
Like, you could do improv as a hobby. I don't think you could do, like, acting as a hobby.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But, like, I just, like, stand-up is too harsh. It's too competitive. It's too much work that it's like, and if you're not good at it, it's really fucking painful.
Yeah. And then like you have to, and you have to dedicate every day to being a stand-up comedian.
Every single day. And you're obsessed with it. You're constantly coming up with bits. You're constantly writing, getting up and stuff. So I guess when I started to get good or really figure out like, oh shit, this was it, which was big because I was always a performer in some way, but nothing ever made me feel the way stand-up did.
No, most definitely, yeah. It's very enriching. I love that.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm home. Wait a minute. I could do so much here with this. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, like 2019 is when I started.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you're very good for that. And this is Emotional Wellness Comedy. We're done here. And we're going to get into your topic today, which is a topic we haven't covered here on the pod. And I guess trigger warning or something. You know I'm not good with that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A little sensitive maybe.
Sensitive, but we're going to be talking about a domestic violence situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I don't know. You let me know where you want to start.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, a perfect segue is that relationship and him, I was with him for the better part of 3 years, just about 3 years, was the reason I started stand-up.
Oh, wow.
Specifically.
The trauma. We coming back. We're
coming back. We're circling right back. Yeah, I mean, my life was at like rock bottom after everything. And the first couple of jokes that I wrote and stories that I told on stage were about him being a fucking monster.
Okay.
And sending him to jail and getting a restraining.
Oh, yeah. So wait, how did you meet this person?
Okay. So let's take it back. I used to work in the music business. I was a music publicist at Columbia Records and Sony.
Okay.
And then I was at some agencies, and then I had my own thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was doing comedy a little bit on the side. He was a music manager. So he was a manager of a band. I got hired to be that band's publicist. We started working together and then working together. And, And yeah, I mean, it's such a messy issue because for sure I was in love with him. It was the first time I was in love. And I can't.
First love. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's a scam. But go on.
Scam. Love is a scam.
It's such a scam.
If there's one thing I've learned in 2025 is that love, or the idea of romantic love, is a scam and a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and being a woman is a scam. But that's a whole
different
other
story.
story. Being a female comedian is a scam. No. Yeah, I mean, I would say the first time I was in love, for sure. And it moved very fast. He was 17 years older than me. Had a baby mama. His baby was only like 6 months old. He was already broken up with this baby mama. It was all these things that like now I would be like,
girl,
hello, run in the opposite direction, you know. But when you're in your mid-20s and your older boyfriend, who you do love, and is like, tap, tap, I'm smarter than you, and I've lived more life than you. You know, I believed everything he said. I believed.
No, that makes sense, yeah.
Oh, she's hiding the baby from me. Oh, I was broken. I had a really bad childhood growing up, and none of this is my fault. And she cheated on me and whatever. And you can only believe that for so long until you're 6 months in and you're having to call the cops on him. And
so it started that quickly.
Yeah.
Were there warning signs?
There was one night where he came home and he was very drunk. I was completely sober. And I like caught him in a lie about something, and I was like, that's whack. I'm a little upset about that. Like, you didn't need to lie about that. Yeah. And I said I was gonna go take a walk around the block to like gather myself and whatever. Yeah. And he kind of shoved me out of the door of my apartment. And when I reached, he slammed the door on my hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then he claims it was like, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean it. It was an accident. I was drunk. That was 100%. That was the first incident, but it didn't register that way.
Got it, because he was like, oh, it was a mistake.
It was a mistake. And same thing, I was like, oh, he's drunk, he's upset, we're in a fight, whatever. And then maybe it was like 2 months later, then it was like a real fight. And it was essentially that situation every month at least. And then it started, it was
Wait, how long were you in this thing?
Just shy of 3 years.
Oh my God.
It was real bad, girl.
Did you tell your friends?
Everybody knew. Everybody knew. Because you start telling people because you're hoping that by telling people, it's going to like hold you accountable to leave. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, he's so bad. And all of your friends are like, yeah. Like, you need to get out. Like, this is not okay. Also, even if you're not telling people in your life, like, trigger warning, like, I was covered in bruises, scratch marks, losing weight. Yeah. It was very, we started fighting in public around friends. So it's like
nobody jumped in?
Oh, people jumped in all the time.
Okay, because I would have jumped in. Like,
every single one of my male best friends was like, respectfully, like, get the fuck out of my face before I strangle you to death.
Okay,
like,
the women didn't go, wait, where's this, in Miami? Because you know the New York girls.
The New York girls, well, I have a bit about it in my act.
Like, we gonna beat you.
Yeah,
you about to get fucked.
Like, I have a court story in my act that I'm working out where the girl was like, why are you here for your restraining order? And I was like, my ex is abusive. And she was like, he hit you? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, I'll fuck his ass up.
Yeah,
let's go. And she didn't even know me. And I was like, respect.
But anyway, sorry.
But yeah, no, it was, it's a slow drip too, because it's like for every time there's a bad night, there's a really good. So the
gaslighting,
high highs and low lows, and high highs and low low. Like, it's not, the thing is, like, and here's my issue too with like how partner violence is portrayed. Anytime I've seen it in movies or TV shows, I feel like the only time I've seen it where it was somewhat accurately portrayed was in Big Little Lies. I don't know if you've seen that show.
With the white women on the California.
And
Nicole
Kidman.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and even that was still like, all right, this is like, Well, it's acting, it's TV. So
But it was still good. I was like, ooh, Alexander Skarsgård, whatever his name was.
it was a phenomenal show. And you know,
Yeah.
the funny thing about that is so many people in my life, that came out or was like popular around like towards the somewhat end of the relationship. And so many people in my life were like, have you seen Big Little Lies? And I was like, no. And they were like, you should watch it, you know? Yeah, like you should really. And I remembered we had like a terrible West Coast trip. One of the times he was like the most violent, out of his mind, to the point where we were on like a group vacation with a bunch of friends in Malibu, and like our friends kicked him out of the Airbnb.
Wow.
Like walked in on like a very bad point of a fight, and thank God, because they were like, what the fuck are you doing? And like kicked him out of the Airbnb. And on the flight back to New York, I spent all 5 hours watching Big Little Lies. And I was
Oh my
sitting there
God.
like, oh my God, like this is my
God.
fucking life. Yeah.
Wow. So let's go back for a little bit. Because you mentioned the high highs and the low lows. Were you trying to leave at any point?
So many times.
And then, like, how did that feel? How were those situations?
It's no different. It really isn't any different than the same way, like when you're seeing somebody and you really like them and they pull some bullshit.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, you gotta go. This is weird. This is sketchy. And you really like them. Like the relationship isn't like absent of
No, you still like the
love.
person. Yeah.
It isn't absent of like affection or whatever. So you're like, but like, I know, but he says he didn't mean it, or it's never going to happen again, or he's going to try to quit drinking, or he's going to try to get help, and also too, like these men, these abusers are manipulators.
Yes, master manipulators.
Master manipulators. Like he had me really at some point started to be convinced, like, you know what? I hit you because you deserved it.
Oh my
and
God.
like you're fucking crazy, and you know what? Maybe I wouldn't hit you if you didn't provoke me, and maybe I like it really was, and you're not in a good fucking place.
No, that's true. So tell me, in terms of like, because you said
I believed it at one point. I was like, maybe he's right.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. And everyone in my life was like, he is not, like, he's
not
a
right.
fucking problem.
Up
Like,
to that point, tell me more about your mental health journey. Were you like, had you done therapy before? Were you, would you consider yourself a very independent, like person, and not independent, a very person that focused on your mental health or didn't focus on your mental, like, how did you think about like what you were doing? I meant to say confident. That's what. Confident person. Or...
Yeah, no, I mean, when I met him, my life was fucking great. And that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They try to take down the kids with the cute lives.
I was living by myself, corporate job, money was great, young, still had the twinkle in my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And this 40-year-old deadbeat who had just gotten evicted from his LA apartment and was on the brink of being sued and getting losing custody of his daughter, and had just abused his baby. Like, with, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna look at that and be like, come.
Yeah, so easy to manipulate. Yeah,
exactly. And you're not gonna see it because you're young. And
did he love bombed you at first?
Oh my God,
I
look back now. He was like basically moved in like 2-3 months into the relationship.
Oh, wow.
He was like, I'm coming to New York for like business for the summer because a couple of my bands are based there. And he was like, I don't know if you want me to come. I was like, well, you can come over some nights and we'll do some weekends and stuff, but let's take this slow.
Yeah.
And then like you blink and you're like, oh, he's kind of like moved in.
Wow.
And then and everyone's like, this is moving. But again, like had never been through something like that. I had never, I mean, this relationship changed my entire relationship with mental health was changed because I had never been to therapy before. I had never really thought I needed to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never looked at it. But I guess also now if I really fucking loved myself and liked myself, I wouldn't have let something like this go on for that long.
Got it. So how did you start to get out of it?
It kept happening more and more, more and more frequently.
Yeah.
Something that helped me wake up was him getting served his custody papers from his baby mama. And he's like, this is bullshit, and having a mental, I'm going to lose my daughter, whatever. And I'm looking, and he shows me the custody papers. And she's like, he kneed me in the stomach when I was almost 8 months pregnant.
Oh, no.
He locked me in a closet. And I had gotten locked in a closet.
Oh, wow.
And when I was having a nervous breakdown, he was like recording me and laughing and saying, I'm going to send this to all of your clients and they're going to see how fucking crazy you are. When I was having like yeah, like it was bad.
That's
I
so
won't get
bad.
that. I don't want to, like, bad. Like, I
Yeah.
had to go to the hospital some nights. Like, it was a very, very, very serious situation. But that kind of, and she and I ended up relying on each other a lot. Like, I filed an affidavit.
Oh, sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
Kinda, yeah.
I filed an affidavit for her custody battle, and then she filed an affidavit for when I pressed charges against him too.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of went ding. Like, I was like, oh, there's a history here. I'm not the problem.
Yeah.
And she's like, he has a coke problem. He's abusive. He has a drinking problem. He did this to me. He did that. I don't trust my daughter around him.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. And he was like, she's fucking crazy. And I was like, bitch, no, this is a pattern. Like, anytime he told me I was crazy, when I saw those custody papers, I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
And then after one night, really bad fight, she also had DM'd me early in the relationship.
Okay.
And was like, oh, you're the new girlfriend. Well, get ready. Like, and
Oh, she told you.
a little bit, like, she, like, alluded to it, but
Yeah.
not fully. And then we had a terrible fight one night in Brooklyn when we had moved in together in Brooklyn. And I kicked him out. Cops did nothing. Showed up and were like, we don't know where he went.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Yeah.
I go, what do you mean you don't know where he went? Run. Go
Yeah,
get him.
yeah,
He was just here. And I hit my wit's end, and I messaged her on Instagram, and I said, we need to talk. And the first thing she said back to me was, are you okay?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we stayed together maybe 2 months after that. Like,
Yeah. How'd you get out? Like,
out?
Yeah. How'd you get out?
Through a Hail Mary.
Okay.
He had to go live in Salt Lake City for a little bit because of the custody battle. That's where
okay. Got it.
this is the whole thing. Baby mama and baby were there, so he went out there to spend time and try to smooth things over, and he had court proceedings and all this shit. I throw a Hail Mary. I'm like, fine, let's do one last trip. I couldn't even tell my parents I was going, and because they would have lost their shit.
Yeah.
And I remember texting my cousin and his wife before I got on the flight, and I was like, you guys should probably know that I'm in Salt Lake City in case I die. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was like, someone should know where I am in case something goes down this weekend and I don't come back. And they were like, oh my God. And the same bullshit happened again.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, just the same. Like, first day was great. Second day he drinks too much. A fight starts. The usual. And something clicked in my head. Like, he like threw me out of bed and into his dresser, and I literally just,
Oh my
girl,
God.
this was like all the time. This was my life for nearly 3 years.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
how I don't know why I put up with it. I don't know how. We're still, but I got up and I silently went to the bathroom, turned the water on so he wouldn't hear, called American Airlines, changed my flight, snuck out of his apartment at 3 a.m. that night. Like, he had no idea I changed my flight. I went to bed silently.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I fucking hate you. You're the fucking, and I was like, yep. Yeah, like the light switch finally went off.
Yeah.
And then I literally snuck out of his apartment and took an Uber to Salt Lake City Airport and blocked him on everything. And my first stop when I landed in New York was family court.
Wow.
I like when it's time to go, you'll go. Because all the attempts before that, there's something about it that you're not ready. You need closure, you need something. But I just think I hit my wit's end, and I think I wanted to leave on my terms because I had made so many things that happened to me in that relationship that were against my will and against my choice, that the one thing that I could control was this. I was like, no, I'm leaving on my terms when I'm ready.
Got it.
But I don't think I would have gotten out had I not literally, like, because had he found out I changed my flight and was over, he would have manipulated me back and don't leave. You know how it goes. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it just, that's how it happened so many other times. And yeah, that was it. And I honestly think it was her filing for custody and then that conversation we had that night where I was like, he's a monster. And she was like, Brittany, I don't want him near my daughter. Like, I cannot. And like, and it that did kind of help because you're told you're insane the entire relationship and that everything's your fault. And now here we are.
Oh, wow.
And
so, like, do you have any advice for any other women that might be going through this situation right now or trying to get out? Because this is something that happens very often. And people don't want to talk about it, but these guys are abusive.
Yeah. I would say this. I would say, and I still stand by this, like, these relationships aren't absent of love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think a lot of times women attach their self-worth to men and affection and to love.
Yeah,
we all
Society does it.
Society does it.
Brainwashes you from young. You have to unlearn it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're only valuable if a man commits to you or if a man loves you and all of this crap.
None of that is true.
None of that is true.
None of that is true.
So what my advice to women or anybody going through this situation is, like, love isn't enough.
Yeah.
So it's just not enough.
Really isn't. Yeah.
And I remembered having that thought when I finally did leave him. I was like, I have to believe, like, someone will love me again, and it won't have, like, someone will love me again, and it won't be like this. Like, like I can be in a relationship where I'm loved and safe and taken care of, and this isn't in it either.
Yeah, that's
you know.
true.
So I just think a lot of times you don't think you're good enough to leave, or you're afraid no one's going to love you again, or it's just love. It's not enough to stay.
It really isn't. Love is not enough to stay.
And it will feel better. Like, if you're going to go, I dreaded that breakup so hard. Because it's grieving, like,
yeah.
A, I do love this person.
Yeah.
B, oh my God, my life is in shambles.
Yeah.
C, what the fuck did I just allow myself to go through?
Yeah.
D, oh, now I have to deal with a court system, which is fucked beyond, you know what I mean? So I think part of the reason it took me so long to leave him was I was like, this breakup and it did suck, but it's so much better on the other side. So that's my advice.
Got it. No, that's great advice. And you went to family court because it was he was in your you went to family court for the
restraining
mom?
order.
Oh, for the restraining order. Okay.
I went to regular court. I went to a police precinct first.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi, I need a restraining order. And they were like, okay, well, we can't give you this yet. You'd have to go to family court for that, but you can get it. Like, they saw everything, and they were like, yeah, they're going to grant it to you immediately. And that's, that. And then, luckily, I had a female detective who was like, why didn't they arrest him in July in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
The night that I messaged her.
Yeah.
And he, like, punched me in the face and broke my glasses on my
face.
face.
Yeah, you get punched in the face. That's assault.
Assault. And I had 2 dickhead fucking white cops that were like, we don't know what to do, Dunkin' Donuts. Like, you know what? And I was like, what do you mean you don't know what to do?
That's assault, literally.
This is assault. Go get him, literally.
Yeah.
And I had filed a domestic incident report, but they didn't arrest him. Motherfucker ran. And she was like, why wasn't he arrested that night? And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, well, we need to get this on file. And then she's like, let's also file another report for all the threats to kill you and your parents.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Crazy. And New York State doesn't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Big time.
Also, New York State is usually pretty good on, like, domestic violence stuff.
You would they are. But
I guess,
it's like, I guess I got 2 bad apples of cops.
Yeah, right. There's so many.
Yeah.
There's good ones, apparently. But
there's good ones.
This one cop was good.
Yeah, this one detective, and it was because it was a fucking woman. Thank God.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I think we should also file a report and officially document these voicemails and texts of him saying that he's going to kill me and my mom and dad.
Yeah, that's crazy, yeah.
And then as she did it, it was savage and perfect. She literally goes, oh, great, thank you. Wow, would you look at that? He's got more than 3 domestic incident reports in the state of New York now. She was like, guess he's under arrest.
Oh.
And I was like, no, don't ruin his life.
Oh, girl, bye.
I know. Like, that's how you know you're down bad, though.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute. Under arrest. Like, I don't want to ruin his life.
He's gonna unalive somebody.
Exactly.
Kill somebody.
And then he came to New York 2 weeks later, and he blew up my phone one night and was like, where are you? I need you. I miss you, whatever. Somehow found where my new apartment was. That's a whole other thing.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Because he was like, I'm at this bar on Manhattan Ave in Greenpoint. And I was like, how the fuck do you know that my apartment building's like...
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Weird. He was a psycho.
Yeah.
And my detective, also a woman, was like... I was like, what the fuck do you do? Like, because he had to get served.
Yeah.
She was like, tell him you're going to be there in 20 minutes.
Oh my God. This is a Law and Order episode.
It's really good. And I was like, hey, yeah, I'll come meet you in 20 minutes. Just let me shower and I'll be there. And he was like, I love you so much. I can't believe I guess I will never hurt you again. And then instead of me showing up at the bar, it was her.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Clunk, clunk.
Yeah, that is
pretty badass.
That is such good justice, Brittany. Oh my God, that story is so like. How do you cope now? Like, what is your coping method? Are you still going through it? Like, what sort of like, what do you do to like make sure that you are safe?
Yeah, I think I'll say this. I don't think I would ever allow something like that to happen to me ever again. And I think the way you do that is you got to feel all of it. You got to you got to go through it, not over it, not under it. I've been single. Like I haven't had anyone like significant and really committed since that relationship. You know, that's what, 6 years now. You know what I mean? And I think that's okay. Like you gotta feel everything. And I'm never going to be fully healed from it ever. I still check out during sex sometimes. I still have PTSD over certain memories of that relationship. And I think it's just instead of fighting it, you feel it.
Yeah, that's true. Know that you got to feel your feelings.
Yeah. And just keep working on yourself. Comedy saved my life. So like anytime I feel down bad about myself or I'm feeling some kind of way, I just get on stage, just go make something, just try to. But I'm a big believer in grief and sadness and trauma and shit. Like I think if you fight it, it comes back 200 times worse.
No, most definitely.
So if you're not ready, that's okay. Just don't be ready. That's okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you so much, Brittany.
Yeah. And he's dead? No, I'm kidding. No, he's
I'm
not.
like,
I don't know.
Justice.
He could be. He's actually so far from the relationship. I still remember the relationship.
Yeah.
I don't think of him at all. Like at all. But like I'll think of the relationship. But he feels like a hologram to me. Like I'm like, oh, that's crazy. That's wild. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to be alive. Like legit alive. Like
no, it sounds like wow. Yeah.
My mom one time was like screaming, crying, and she was like, "You're gonna end up like one of the girls on the news."
Yeah.
Like she was like, "This is not fucking. We're not like fucking playing around."
No,
anymore.
that he sounds certifiably crazy. Wow. So we're done with that.
We're done with that.
We're done with that.
We're so done with that.
Anything you're not done with, pop culture or otherwise? Not that that's a strange segue, but
I mean, I'm unfortunately still not done with men.
Well, okay. Oh, you're not done with that. Are you dating or like what do you think?
No.
Are you on the app or are you trying to do something in person?
I can't do the apps, but I am gonna say this.
Yeah.
I think I am ready for a relationship.
Got it.
If only for the fact that I would like to be in one again.
Yes.
That's not fucking traumatizing.
No, most definitely. Yes, it's something like, and that will happen.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of guys who are trash, whatever. But
They're so. First off, you know something I'm not over. It's not even only men. I'm 34. I'm gonna be 35 in 2 months. I can't with men that have Peter Pan syndrome.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. Grow up, especially
Grow
in New
up.
York.
Grow up.
Especially
How
New
are
York.
you like 32 years old? 32 is not young.
No,
it's
that's
young, but it's like
it's still not that young.
Girl, like come on. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know, I'm not ready yet. And you're like, the guy who keeps saying I'm not ready, you're going to lose track of how many times you say not ready.
No.
And then you're going to be like a fucking loser in his 50s.
Yeah.
Dating an intern. You're going to be my ex. Like
Yeah,
a
dating
loser in
intern.
his 40s dating someone 17 years younger
Yeah.
and ruining his life and her life and everything. So
Yeah.
it's like, I am unfortunately not done with men.
Okay, but it will get better. But you do have to. It will. Some guys are nice. There's a few. I have to believe there's a few nice guys out there.
I gotta believe it, but it's not even about like nice. It's about like I can't.
Respectful. Yeah.
And it's not even about that. Like nice and respectful is fine, but it's like I had a situation earlier this year. Like take me out. Like we connected.
Yeah.
Everything was so good, and then he was like, I can't do this. Not ready. Life is a mess. And then it's just proceeding to be this like fucking roller coaster all year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, boy, I need a restraining order against like you too. You know, like stay away from me. So
Yeah.
I just unfortunately still not over men. But my resolution to myself is to try in 2026.
Okay.
At least try, because I can't just I think I have to believe it's a numbers game. If I keep trying.
No, that it will get better, and then you can maybe see the warning signs early. I don't know. People are crazy for sure. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, guys are annoying. Maybe try women.
Maybe are you bisexual?
No, unfortunately, straight. It's really
it's
annoying.
really a scam.
It's actually I would sexuality is a spectrum. I don't. Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm always like, I don't know if I could date a woman. I don't know
if I could date a woman, but a male presenting woman, like, you know those like man presenting women. There's like some manly women out there.
I could do it. Yeah, or a feminine man.
Or like a trans man or something.
Yeah, someone who understands both sides.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Something. Or very effeminate. I do like I won't say that. It was like, if some exes watching it. I tend to date, I do like effeminate guy. Like something about being not.
Where
too
are you getting the stats that you know an ex is watching this?
No, people do watch the podcast.
I know people watch the podcast, but you were like, some exes are watching, and I was like, oh,
they tell me.
oh, they do?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, good for you.
I talk to I'm like weird. Anyway, but
They're
anyway.
still into you if they're watching your podcast.
But everybody likes, but is it like, I don't know. Everyone like, hey, it's a good podcast.
Yeah, it's a good, and apparently it's a good pussy too, Meka. Come on, they're watching your podcast. They're invested, honey.
People like it. People like, well, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much, Brittany. Where can I guess find you?
Brittany Brave on everything, Brittany Brave comedy, and then I don't know when this is gonna come out, but I'm coming back out on the road spring 2026.
Ah, yeah, it'll be out before that.
Yay.
Oh my God, thank you guys so much for watching. We're done here. Follow us on all your platforms. Bye bye.